how do you get there? I asked a couple of my friends. I was like, how do you think he got there? My friend was like, oh, he had a fucked up childhood. I was like, so did I. I'm not even into feet. I'm a missionary guy. Eye contact. I love you, right? I love you so much. Say it back. Say it back or I can't come. How the fuck do you get there? Another one of my friends said, oh, he probably had sex with so many girls that he turned gay. I was like, I can tell you for a fact that is not how that works. If that were true, I'd be Bo and Yang. Anyway, back to my little car accident. So remember I told you Pete looks bad? So the house that I hit, it just so happened, I hit it on a Saturday. It just so happened that Monday, they were planning on knocking down the house in its entirety and rebuilding it from scratch. At first I thought, oh, suddenly I'm a hero. They don't have to do the garage, that's for sure. But it happened on a Saturday, right? So there's no, they don't do an investigation on the weekend. So the cops go back to the scene of the crime on Monday, and the whole house is gone. Suddenly, I'm in a lot of trouble. So they call me, the cops call me, and they go, we're gonna make an example out of you. He goes, you have two options. You could go to jail for 2 days, or you could do 55 hours of community service. And I said, that's an easy one. I will go to jail for 2 days. And they go, why? I go, well, I don't know if you know math, but 2 days is 48 hours, which is 7 hours less than 55. Also, I've been in trouble before. You can't just do 55 straight hours of community service. You can only do 3 to 5 hours a day, 3 days a week. That's like a 2.5 month project. I'd rather go to jail for 2 days, eat a couple Fire Festival sandwiches, and call it a fucking lesson, right? Fuck that. I was advised against that. My team was like, that will ruin your career. I was like, I don't think so. I already hit the house. So I ended up doing the community service. The problem was it was really hard to find community service that I could do quietly, right? They wanted me to pick trash on the side of the road. I was like, fuck that. Not because I think I'm better than that, I just didn't want to, I don't want to be on the internet. You know what I mean? You know, one of those guys, you see those guys when you drive by, you're in traffic, this guy in the yellow jumper, just like... Right? Picking up Baby Ruth wrappers. Remember that guy when you were younger and your mom would turn you, like, keep acting like a piece of shit. You just fucking turn into fucking Pete Davidson out there. Looking in the car. End up on someone's TikTok, right? Next to a Jet 2 holiday, whatever the fuck is on that goddamn app. So I was trying to find something I could do quietly. So I did. My sister does brain surgery. Yeah, isn't that amazing? She does brain surgery, and I drive into homes. That's how different cum could be. Ain't that amazing? Same dick. Ain't that crazy? Ugh, doctor. Ugh, moron. Same dick. It's pretty impressive. You never know what you're gonna make. I think you can tell. Sometimes when I jerk off, I judge what type of people they would be by how long it stays on my hand. fighter right there. That's probably a doctor. Whoop, sorry. So my sister does brain surgery. She works with this very prestigious doctor, this prestigious cancer doctor. And what this doctor does is he does experimental brain cancer surgery. So that means all of his patients are terminal, which means they have no shot at survival. So what he does is he tries new methods that he thinks could possibly work and improve cancer research, or, it don't. And then it's like, no harm, no foul. I think it's a pretty ballsy thing. It's hard for me to picture that doctor pitching that. I always was like, how long do you think he waits to pitch that after he tells someone that they have terminal cancer? You know what I mean? Like he goes in and he's like, hey, Mr. Johnson, you have terminal cancer. I'm so sorry. You're gonna die. Well, you ruined it. I think he would wait. I don't know. And then I just can't imagine being like, hey, since you're gonna die, mind if I fuck around a little bit? Try some things I've been working on. And then, can you imagine saying yes? Can you imagine saying yes to that? That's a very brave thing, saying yes. I will do this surgery that I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I know at the very least it will help others. It's a very brave thing to do. So my job, my community service job, was to be on the floor of the surgeries and take notes for the doctor. I mean, he would tell me what to write. Like I wasn't taking liberties. Just being like, oh, brains really look like that. Fuck. Ew. He would tell me what to write. And I would be in there. I'd be in there when he would like cut open fucking people's heads, all that shit. It was crazy. It was crazy to watch. But I was like, can you imagine being that patient? Can you imagine? First of all, you're told you're gonna die. Then you're told, hey, do you want to try this elective surgery that we don't know if it's gonna work or not, but at the very least you'll help others. Then you say yes. Then you gotta go home and tell everybody you're gonna die. You're gonna tell everybody that you're gonna do this surgery that you don't know if it's gonna work or not, but it's worth a shot. You have your bucket list week, right? Go to the theme park one last time, right? Watch all the Medea movies, right? And then you go in, it's your surgery day. You walk into a surgery, you don't know if it's gonna work or not. That's gotta be terrifying. You're all alone. You go into the operating room. You put the gown on you. You're just sitting there. Then the doctor comes in and puts you on, the stretcher. You're laying there. And then they strap all those wires on you. They put the needle in you. You start fucking fading. And then you look up and the last thing you see is fucking Pete Davidson. You're gonna be okay. This guy's pretty good. My grandpa's dying of cancer. It's okay. It's like he's old. He's like mid-80s. He's had cancer like 10 times. At this point, I'm like, go. Just fucking die already. I know that sounds heartless, but I've had to go through 10 fucking holiday speeches of like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be back next Thanksgiving. And then he beats it, he comes back, everyone's all excited, and then 8 months later, he gets it again, and we're like, oh fuck. At this point, I'm just like, just go. God does not want you here. Clearly. And he's fucking 86. It's fine. Time to go. But he's like, he's really sick actually, and it's sad. I'm joking because it makes me feel better, but it is sad. Like he's gonna be gone soon, and I don't want to say I don't care because I definitely do. He's just not my favorite grandpa, right? If you're lucky enough, you have two sets, and I picked the other guy, and the other guy is fine. The other guy's fine. Never had cancer once, you know. No issues, you know. I think he has colitis. I don't know. I could deal with colitis, right? So, my mom's mad at me because, you know, when I visit him, I'm not like locked in. And my mom's upset because that's her dad, and that's her favorite dad, and she picked him. And she's just like, if you're gonna come visit, she's like, be here, like, or just don't. And I've been trying to remember a time we had when I was younger that was like fun, so I could like hold on to that. So when I visit him, like I could feel something. We were just never really close, this grandpa and I. He's 86, he's old school Irish, he's kind of cold, you know. He's like pink. You know, when like old Irish people are they're like, he's actually pink. He has brown teeth, but his teeth are fake. And I'm like, how'd you do that? That's impressive. How'd you brown veneers? That's impossible. It's impressive. It's part of this club called the Knights of Columbus. I don't know if you have that out here. I don't know if you have anything out here, but I don't know what the fuck is out. The Knights of Columbus is like a club for old men where they hang out and they wear matching windbreakers and they hang out once a week and they watch sports and smoke cigarettes inside. That's what the Knights of Columbus is. And yeah, I'm just not close to this guy. He's a little homophobic, just a little bit. He doesn't hate gay people, he just doesn't want them around. You know what I mean? Like he's not outwardly hateful. It's just like if there's a gay guy around, I'm just like, you know. Same with the blacks, right? Like he doesn't hate black people, but if there's one around, he has to acknowledge it. Like if we're out there, be like, black guy. Black guy.